That's gotta be Kane! And welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK. Thank you to the Mayor of Knox County, Tennessee, Kane there, for introducing this one. So welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK. I am Jay, and as you may know, I'm a big WWE fan and have been since I was a very little boy. To the left of me there, you see the New Generation Arena. That has been built previously on the channel, if you look back through some of the older videos. But today we're going to build its companion piece. We are going to build probably the most famous era in wrestling, the Attitude Era. Mattel have brought us this new Attitude Era Monday Night Raw ring. We've also got the Walmart exclusive 3-pack with the Raw letters to build. So we're going to build the ring, unbox the Ultimate Edition Kane figure in there, and build a double size arena here in the toy room. So we will start this one off with unboxing the ring. So we'll take a look at the back of the box just to see what we should have inside. So we should have fabric, Raw is War skirts, a bit of fabric in there. More fabric, double fabric on the channel. Fabric turnbuckles and Attitude Era ring posts. So we've got the black ring post as opposed to the blue ring post you see there in the New Generation. The Ultimate Edition Kane figure with swappable head and hands. I believe though he does come in cardboard packaging, so he won't be able to go on a mint on cardboard. So we'll have to unbox this one. And lifelike detail and authenticity. So that's a lot of posh words. So that's the back of the box. You've seen the front as well. So let's get this thing open. Right, first bit of confusion. How do I open the box? So I can see sort of perforated lines here, which kind of reminds me of a Lego box. So maybe I'm supposed to poke my fingers in and lift it. But there might be some artwork on the middle that I don't want to ruin because I don't actually know. So I thought, as we'd like to do on the channel, hashtag flip open the flap. But it's so stuck, it's hashtag sort of rip open the bastard at this point. So I think I'm nearly into the thing. Come on, you little bugger. Good lord. I think I've got a hole in my sock there as well. Look at that. Hole in the sock live on YouTube. And see if I can get into this thing. Right, I didn't need it to struggle because that was definitely a perforation so I could pop open. There's no artwork on the middle, so I look like a bit of a twat. But here we go. So you can see the Kane figure there and some of the contents, so I'll try and pour it out. So here is the contents then of the box. So the Kane figure, as I thought, is in a full cardboard sort of prison. You can't see anything there of the figure, so he's definitely going to have to get opened. And he definitely won't match if I pan around here to the mint on card wall. He's not going to cut it, so he's definitely going to have to get opened. So unfortunately, Mattel have followed Hasbro here for some reason in plastic-free packaging. So, oh well. Right, what else do we get? Kane to one side. We'll do him later on in the video. We've got some sort of the wood of the base of the ring. So you do get the nice wooden grain effect, which is nice, even though you will cover it up with a canvas. So it's kind of pointless, but it does look good if you do probably some photography and you sort of rip the canvas off and you might do a sort of pile driver or something on the exposed wood. Looks like we've got the ring skirts in there. We've got the steel steps. This time they're in black though to match the Attitude Era versions. We've got the turnbuckle covers and the ring ropes and all the supports there. So I will consult the manual, which is over here, and see how I get this thing built. Let's hope it's the same as the New Generation Arena, because that wasn't too bad. Right, we're off to a good start. So that is the main frame of the ring built. A lot of, as they say in the instructions, A1 into B2. So repeat that 8 times and you've got the ring frame. So again, you've got some good detail on here with the sort of rivets and everything on there. Next step, I think, is getting the ring boards on. So I'll see you when they're on. Come on, let's challenge myself. Let's try and do one on camera. So 2 have gone on. I've got 1 hand spare. So let's try. You literally just slide them into place like that. And then you push. You should hear a clip. And the same at this end. Nice little clip. Come on, clip you bugger. There we go. Nice little clip. So that is the wooden frame on. So we've got quite a solid ring base structure now. On to the next stage. So this is probably quite the trickiest part of it. You've got to turn the ring upside down and get the canvas on. So you have to sort of lean it over and attach it to these little hooks that are underneath. So you've got to go all the way around and do that. So this bit might take me a little while, but I'll do it off camera. So when you see it, it should be all on nice and neat. Whew, that was tough. I'm out of breath now, I tell you. So yeah, it's a nice tight fit to get the canvas on. So it is nice and taut, as you see on there. So the canvas is on, but I had to run down the stairs just a second ago because we interrupt this video for a live delivery unboxing. So just had to answer the door. Something has turned up out of nowhere. So let's see what it is. So what do we have here then? Looks like it's Hasbro Pulse. And looks like it is G.I. Joe classified. So we've interrupted you here for cover girl herself, Courtney Krieger. Does look very Squirrel Girl-esque on the packaging there, but cover girl number 59 in the G.I. Joe classified line has turned up. I'm not sure she has hit stateside. She is in full plastic-free packaging, so that's the second plastic-free package on this video. You didn't think you'd get a comparison of this, but there's Hasbro to Mattel and their plastic-free offerings, looking very similar, apart from Hasbro has a peg hook on there. So I think I'll do like a YouTube short video just unboxing this, so please check that out on the channel, and hopefully it's already uploaded by the time I get this WWE upload. So that was breaking news. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Right, so it's our first insertion on the channel today. It's a little peg insertion, so we've got to get those in there. So that's all of those on. Now I think we've got to get the bigger pegs in these holes. So let's get some bigger pegs. Here we go. Repeat about 16 times, I think, for this. And then hopefully we can get this bad boy turned over and see what we've got. So that's all like the ring supports, the struts underneath are in. So it's nice and stable looking. The next thing I think is these turnbuckle posts that need to go on. Oh, they just sort of slid in like butter. I built a lot of rings over the years from all the Jax ones, but these Mattel ones are just, yeah, they're much more stable, I think, than the previous Jax one. So I think it is on to the ring skirts. Right, that's all 4 ring skirts attached. So you get the classic Raw is War logo on there. You just sort of slide them over the turnbuckles. The only thing I don't like about these Mattel designs is they don't have a sort of bit of elastic at the bottom. So they do kind of flap up. I guess that's realistic because then you can get figures underneath just you would get in a sort of real wrestling match. But can be a little irritating where I think Jax used to do ties at top and bottom. So they're on, so there can only be one thing left. Let's get the ring ropes and turnbuckle pads on. Right, they went on quite easily because again with the Mattel design, they're all sort of one piece, whereas Jax used to have to attach it all yourself. So the ropes are on, they're very, very springy. So there it is. There is the Attitude Era Raw ring, the black steps attached. So overall, I think for the price, yeah, it's pretty good for the price, really. I think it was $250 for the other set there, the New Generation. I think this was about $140, I think I paid for this, with the Kane figure. So price kind of similar to the other one with just less figures. So the Raw ring is in. What I'm hoping for is maybe this year's sort of crowdfunding project from Mattel is maybe a Hell in a Cell sort of cage to go on top of this ring. I think that would be a good idea. Or, of course, the Attitude Era Raw entrance stage, but that would be absolutely huge, and I would have to redesign everything. So next part of the video, I'm going to build the whole diorama to go around it. So that's what you get with the set. You get the figure, the ring, and the steps. What you don't get is any sort of outside ring mats. So what I've done is sort of made my own. So you've got here some of the IKEA Kallax, which you see behind you here in the toy room. I don't always use the middle shelves of the cube, so what I've done is attached all those middle shelves together with some doweling and some double-sided tape to form this sort of base. I've used some of the old legs from the IKEA lack tables underneath to get sort of a bit of a height there off the ground. And I've covered it. I've gone to Hobbycraft and got some £1 sheets of black foam, so it's just very thin black foam, and just double-sided tape that down across the arena. I did a similar thing over here in the sort of more old school arena, but used the light blue to match what the ring mats would have looked like in that stage. Then you had the classic barricades, but in the Attitude Era, we changed over to the more modern style of WWE barricades. So you don't get any of these with the set, but Mattel have released these. So those are Mattel releases from about, I don't know, about 2014, I think. Potentially, they came with some of the figures. I think Roman Reigns came with a few. But I've been on eBay and bought an absolute bundle of the things, and they all sort of clip together. So what I'm going to do is go around and make a full Attitude Era barricade, and then we'll have sort of matching barricades across the set. So I shall do that now. And there we have it then. The barricade is installed around ringside, as you can see there. It's a bit of an overview of everything. So it's looking quite effective, if I do say so myself. So that is the barricade added. Now let's have a look at the Kane figure. Well, I've unboxed Kane, and who can spot the irony here? Please do let me know if you can see the irony down in the comments below, because we've got the plastic-free sort of cardboard box. But Kane, yep, your eyes don't deceive you. The feather comes in a plastic tray. So if we were trying to just be cardboard free to be cardboard free and environmentally friendly, I think we've failed a bit there, Mattel. But maybe that wasn't our intention. We just couldn't be asked to put it in a proper packaging because it was inside the box. So the fact we've got an actual plastic tray, I think this should have been a traditional packaging really for Ultimates. But I will endeavour to get him out of his plastic, and let's take a look at him. So there's a closer look at Kane. He does come in the interchangeable hand. So the first thing I did was get the two fists off and get the open palms on, so you can do the iconic sort of bringing the flames out of the turnbuckle pose. So it's quite a rarity for me to open the Ultimate Edition because they're mainly on the wall. So you do get a lot more articulation with this than the basic WWE sort of elite style figure. You get the toe joints and you do get the butterfly joints. So you get a lot more posing here on Kane. So the outfit he's in, it's sort of circa 2000, sort of WrestleMania 2000 when he was teaming up with X-Pac. So it's a variant of his original outfit, which they have done versions of before, but not in the Ultimate Edition. And we do get much better paint applications on this version of Kane compared to some of the other ones before, because the chest does have the open sort of plate area. It has a different shade of red, and you do get the additional head sculpt, if I can get it to focus there, with the ears exposed there. So a very nice Kane figure to add to the multiple Kanes in the collection. So Kane is in the Attitude Era ring. So I will now move on to the next bit of the video. Still plenty more to come. We've got the Raw 3-pack to go through, and hopefully those entrance letters could potentially go over here to form a sort of makeshift Raw entranceway. So here is the set in the ring for a closer look. So I have shown this on the unboxing on the channel before, and I've also showed it off on the Legends and Liquor stream on the Dan Who channel. Talking of Dan Who, massive thanks for Dan for having me on his Thursday live stream this week. I will try and put a link to that somewhere in the description if I can work out how to do it. So please do go over to his channel and check out the Thursday stream where I did guest on, talking all things toys on there. So thanks, Dan, for having me on. It was a great time had by all. So there it is in all its glory. So let's get this bad boy open. Now hopefully we can get the traditional flip open the flap. Ooh, oh, ballsed it up. Come on, come on. There you go. Hashtag flip open the flap. And they're open. So you do get 3 giant plastic letters with sort of little red rubber pieces on the back. So you have to attach those sort of rubber stand pieces to keep the letters up. So you do get the RAW, and they are absolutely massive. You've got some good sort of damage detail on there with indents and everything. So this is what Raw sort of looked like in 96, 97 sort of style. Maybe even into 95, I think, had some of these. So I'm going to try and use it over here. But they are absolutely bloody massive. Let me bring a figure in for scale. So there's the Rock, if I can get the fella to stand up on the ring apron. Hardest part of the ring, they say. Hardest part of the ring to get a figure to stand up on. For God's sake, stand up, Rocky. There you go. Come on. Come on. You're not going to stand up, are you? Well, fuck you, Rock. You're out of here. See if Kane will stand up. Can anyone stand on a ring apron? No, you don't want to stand either. They're embarrassing me here, these figures. There we go. Look at that. Right. There we go. We're in. Kane is in. So he's nearly 7 foot tall. In scale, I suppose. And there he is. He barely comes over halfway the letter. So these are a great sort of pack-in. More than an accessory. I think they're the main reason I actually wanted the set. So let's see if I can get them in position. Well, these things are the bane of my life. They are a bugger to stand. So they've got to have a very, very, very flat surface, I think. And I don't quite think my base there is flat enough. So I'll give you a shot of what they could look like in display. But I don't think they'll be displaying there in mine. Because I think as soon as I walk in the room, these buggers are going to fall over and take all the figures out. But they do look good. But you will need a very flat surface. So let's check out some of the figures from this set. Right, the figures are open, and we'll start with Sean Waltman himself, the 1, 2, 3 kid. So he's in a outfit that he wore on Monday Night Raw, the night where he famously pinned Ramon with that very weird looking moonsault off the top rope. So he's in the blue outfit with the lightning strikes on there. You get a lovely accessory of a sack. You get a nice money bag sack and loads of interchangeable pieces of money. So they could work in lots of different displays, really, I think. Let's look at his rear. There's the rear view. And you can see L Kid on his bottom. So that was the Lightning Kid, hence all the lightning on his outfit. And then he was known as the 1-2-3 Kid once he pinned Razor Ramon. He was also just known as the Kid, so he's gone through about 17 different names. X-Pac, obviously, most famously, and 6 in WCW. So this is a figure we've had before, but this is a different outfit of that one. Let's see if I can do a comparison. Let's have a comparison on the channel. Can I go find the other one? Right, you find me in the wrestling collection trying to find the little bugger. For the life of me, I can't see him. Must be somewhere in here. I try to have them all in order. There's the British Bulldog and the Continental title, Wembley Stadium 92. Ah, there he is. There's the fucker. He's hiding behind Shawn Michaels there. I'll just grab him out now. There you go, full comparison time. So there is the 1-2-3 Kid outfit with 1-2-3, as opposed to the lightning all over him. So it's the exact same face sculpt there. Even the digital printing slightly different then from when we had the last one. The old one didn't have any elbow pads, and this one does. So there you are, a quick comparison. But I suppose they're technically different outfits, so I'm going to need both. Hey yo, and here's the man that the 1-2-3 Kid defeated. It's Razor Ramon himself, Scott Hall, in various shades of green. So this particularly, if you do know what this outfit is from, what show, please do let me know in the comments, because this one I'm not 100% on where he actually wore this green outfit. You get the more traditional black vest on the rear there, and I always thought that was money. Can I focus? Focus. There we are. I always thought that was money symbols when I was little. It's not, it's razors, isn't it? So that's a child-friendly gimmick. Anybody want a Razor Ramon comparison? Well, you're going to get one. And there's one of the Legend Series Razor Ramon in the blue with the Intercontinental title, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I think is WrestleMania 11 is the outfit. It's that or the 1995 Royal Rumble, but I think it's WrestleMania 11. So again, same head sculpt used on this, and we've had this Scott Hall head sculpt quite a few times now in this line. I know the Ultimate Edition's coming out soon, so I'm looking forward to that, because we're going to get the more yellow outfit with different head sculpts. So this figure does come with interchangeable hands. He's got the sort of bad guy sort of pointing thumbs in this one, but he does come with the open palms if you want to do his ring entrance. That thing's flashing away. Oh, it's just finished. Look at that little bugger. Right, Undertaker's next. And there he is, the main event, the greatest of all time, the Phenom, the Undertaker, in his original grey look. So this is the first time we're getting this particular figure with the hair sculpted over the eyes, which I absolutely love, because early sort of 1991, 1992 Undertaker with the hair over his eyes, I literally thought he was dead when I was a little boy, and that just got my addiction to wrestling started. Literally like superheroes come to life, I think, as I've said before. So all thanks to this man. So we do have the sort of duster jacket, but this time we haven't got that stupid rubber. We do have some nice cloth goods version. We have had this jacket before in the figure I'm about to show you. And there is the 1995 version of The Undertaker with a sort of Phantom of the Opera mask. When he broke his orbital bone, I think it was Mabel that sat on his face and broke that one. So he does have the same coat on these two, so it's great to actually have them now with the style post hands. These make such a difference. I've had so many Undertakers over the years, literally lost count. I've had more Undertakers and I've got black suit Spideys, so that's saying something. But to finally get them with the actual posable hands, so you can do his sort of famous poses, is just really good. So these hands really do make the difference. So now we've got the classic grey version to go with the purple version. So what I'm going to do next is get some figures in the Attitude Era ring and see how we look. And there we have some figures in place. So we've put all of DX there at the front. So we've got the Ultimate Edition Shawn Michaels, the new Rick Rude Build-A-Figure. We've got the Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. We've got X-Pac, a version of Triple H over there. We've got the new Ultimate Edition Kane in the ring, fighting The Rock. And then we've got some very hard to find one these days, the Hart Foundation, minus of course Owen Hart, who doesn't sadly have a figure. And then we've got Farouk there out on the stretcher, and a bit of Ken Shamrock in the corner. So you can see the scale on this thing. I think it's about 21, 22 inches in length for the whole ring. And of course it is a squared circle, so it is square. So that is the size of it. So you see these 6 to 7 inch scale figures, because Kane's way over 7.5 inches, and they do look dwarf in the ring. So it'd be nice one day to build like a whole crowd to go around the arena, but that would take a lot of space. So there is the Attitude Era ring, and here it is again from a higher angle. So I've stood up this time, and you can see the size of this display that I'm going to have here on the floor compared to a Cadillac shelf. Now those shelves are like 26 inches wide, so you can see the size of this. But I think what we'll do now is take a look at the other arena, because when I last filmed that, I was on the shit camera. So let's see the whole display in one. Still love this stage. So the lights are on the classic new generation arena, flashing away there. And you can see both arenas back to back on the floor. So this is a lot of floor space, as you can see as I pan out nearly the full length of the Kallax there. So here we have some more traditional wrestling figures around the arena. Bret Hart and the model Rick Martel. The Undertaker's just made it in. Tatanka and Shawn Michaels. We've got Hogan versus Earthquake in the ring. Yeah, love this display. So I did promise you in the description my thoughts on the Elimination Chamber. So as we pan around looking at these arenas, I will get to that. So we'll start with the Women's Chamber. I think Asuka's got this one in the bag, personally. I think it's going to be Asuka versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania. So I think Asuka is definitely winning the Chamber tonight. So please do let me know your thoughts on the Elimination Chamber down in the comments below. I did live stream the Royal Rumble and commentate, but I did run out of voice. So I don't think I will do that for Elimination Chamber. But I might do it for WrestleMania. We'll see how it goes. So I've got Asuka in that one. As we pan down to the more traditional viewing angle that I sit in the room, we can see the backside of Hogan there and the backside of the Legion of Doom into old Yokozuna and his salt bucket. And you've got Vince McMahon, that's the Build-A-Figure version, and Roddy Piper on commentary. Ric Flair is making his entrance with a classic WWE Championship belt, and Mean Gene is introducing him. So, men's Elimination Chamber tonight, US title on the line. Now, I think it's going to be Austin Theory, personally. I think Austin Theory's got this one, and I think he will face John Cena at WrestleMania. That's what I'm thinking. A United States Open Challenge or something like that for the US title. As we look more here at the Attitude Era Arena. The Attitude Era Arena? What am I talking about? The New Generation Arena. What we will do is we talk about Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns, is we will flip round and we will go to said Attitude Era Arena. As we come around the side, you see the commentary team for this side. It's JR and the King, of course, with Howard Finkel there doing the ring announcements. So, as we pan out for our final shots of the video, Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns in Montreal. You've got to think the big dog's got this one. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Should be a hell of a match and probably a hell of a crowd for Sami Zayn tonight on the pay-per-view. But I think Roman will take the overall victory in that one. So as I say, please do leave your predictions in the comments and we'll see if we were right. So there is the full scale of everything we've done on the channel. As I say, both videos are available for the New Generation Arena and the Raw Arena. So I've had a great time building it. The Attitude Era, of course, as I said, probably the most popular era in wrestling. So I'm sure this has been quite a popular set for people to get. I think it was exclusive to Mattel Creations and maybe Ringside Collectibles in the US. The whole shebang and Rock and Roll Collectibles had it here in the UK. I'm not sure if it is still available. But that is the overall scale of everything I've now got on the floor. So, got to clean up all the mess. But thank you for watching, everybody. So, I've been Jay. This, as always, has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. If you do like it, please do hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers in 2023. And I will see you on the next video.